It's live. Oh, here we are. It's AtlanticScrum. It's Sam and Thomas. Thomas, Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Same to you, sir.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I hear you're not getting much sleep at the moment.
Yes, a little Thaddeus is a little bit.
Sure. Yes.
Happy camper. So.
Sorry to hear that. These things do indeed happen. Is there yes, anything going on in the world? I'd say some of it. I'm so very pleased to see that you know, the little changes to the CSS and so on are deployed here. It makes me very happy. Wonderful, wonderful. But how, other than not getting enough sleep, how are things with you, Thomas?
Just fine. I've been working a lot actually during the holiday season. I didn't get much time off.
Right.
And me and Brian and Christopher has been working with redesigning the events show page and events index page. Unfortunately, I'm not at my computer right now, but there are some low files in the pivotal tracker for stories about that, and we have 2 feature branches going on, and we will hopefully this week or at this weekend do some requests and merge some code in, just to basically simplify the way we present data, the information to the user. So the main changes are done in the presentation layer rather than underneath the hood.
Sure.
What I've been working on is to update the IceCube GM so I can create bi-weekly events. We are supposed to have that in place, but you know, it's undocumented, unfortunately. So I just have to create a few methods from scratch.
I'm seeing that the user page has got so a new tab layout there.
Yeah, so we removed the sponsorship column from the user.
Sure. I noticed that we're getting like a little hashed undefined thing here.
Oh, really? Well.
And you see when I
don't see your screen right now, actually.
Oh, you don't see my screen? Is that? Oh, you're on your cell phone.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll post. I'll try and get into the I'll try and get into the tracker and post a thing. But yes, cool. Well, you know, that's all great to hear in terms of progress being made. Let's see if we can get this thing to let me sign in. Yes. Good show. All right. So are you planning a Website One developer meeting tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow. Yes, it's Monday today, so tomorrow is Wednesday. Is Tuesday. So yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Good show. Yes, I'm trying to find here. I'm sort of on a different computer. I'm not immediately finding. Okay. I guess I'll post this into Slack in the first instance.
While you're doing that, I just want to remind you that we need to get those certificates out for the course.
Right. Yes, I noticed Norbert was posting something about that. I mean, yes, indeed, something that's needs to be done. Yes.
So let's synchronize our calendars and to get together and do that.
Yes. Yes. So are you? And I guess you've got probably a busy week going forward with more work, mainly work on your agenda, I imagine.
Yeah. I have a deadline coming up now,
right. So. Anything technical blocking you at the moment?
Well, actually, I am trying to decrypt. No, not decrypt, but I'm trying to compare a SHA-512 hash that has been hashed on using ASP with with a password that we are passing into to our application, and I can't seem to be able to do that. So I've been struggling all day with various techniques.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Yes, can't immediately think of anything that would help you there. I noticed that Andre has joined us. Hello, Andre. How are you doing? Andre is muted at the moment. If you're just hanging out, that's all good, Andre. I can see your video, but I can't hear you at the moment. You might want to swap around.
But if you stumble upon anybody who's fluent in ASP, that would be good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, SHA-125 or 12
512, I mean.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I would have thought that the comparison was superficially a straightforward thing, but obviously these things are not always so. But Chris has joined us as well. But Andre, yes. How are things with you, Andre? Are you joining the Scrum? I think we've seen you before. Are you doing the AV1-2 course? Andre, go on, Andre.
Yeah, I'm horribly sorry. My laptop seems to be so slow. Can you hear me at the moment?
We can now. Yes. Now you've turned your video off. Often the trick is to turn the video off, and then you're all good. We can hear you just fine now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm working with the Austria group. I've joined them.
Oh, cool.
Several weeks ago.
Excellent.
So yeah, I've been with them, and I've been wondering. I don't know how closely you follow the progress of the Austria group.
The answer is not very closely. I mean, I kind of cast an eye over the chat channel occasionally, but I can't follow it closely. But go on.
Right. The original idea of the Austria site, of the Austria website, was well, it was built originally on ActiveAdmin, and now the idea is to sort of try to migrate slowly from ActiveAdmin to normal Rails, to pure Rails. So we are sort of reproducing all the functionality that we had in ActiveAdmin. We're reproducing it in the pure Rails, and we delivered the site. It is working. It's in the workable stage. So it was delivered to the client, and the client accepted it.
Oh, really?
So they have started to use it.
Lovely.
So we're playing with this site, trying to convert it over to pure Rails from ActiveAdmin. And by the way, yesterday Nikita demonstrated us the mock-up that Christopher created for us, and we've been amazed. We really like that.
Great. Yes, I was just trying to share. Let me see if it'll let me share the entire screen. I can. I was just going to go to the slightly more relevant Slack chat there and go into Austria, and so that's great to hear it's deployed. I do hope that it's something that can be presented to the rest of AgileVentures at some point. I know Nick I was asking him to present at one of the weekly meetings, and he was always saying, "Oh yes, we want to get our production thing out." So that's great to hear that it's got into a production release. It was Thomas or Chris, was one of you trying to ask a question?
Oh, I wanted to ask a question. What the reasons about moving away from ActiveAdmin? Why is that?
I wonder, Thomas, just because of the amount of time that we've got, maybe we can push that off to the end.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
Hopefully you guys can stick around. I just wanted to check in with Chris and
sure.
if Andre, I guess yes. Were you hoping to? Did you have any? Wonderful to have that report on what's going on there. Did you have any technical issues blocking you, or any plans to pair immediately?
Well, at the moment, I thought that maybe you would have an advice. We are testing our application extensively, so very extensively, like 100% coverage. And once we started migrating towards Rails, and we are now reproducing all the normal controller methods in Rails, and I've been working on the new and create methods, right, in the controller. And the thing is that we are trying to minimize the access to the database during our tests, right? We try to hit the database as
little as possible, of course.
As little as possible, exactly, yes. And I've been wondering, because I and the person who I paired with, we wrote a test that does hit the database twice during the create, and it passes. And we were wondering whether it is possible at all to create a test that wouldn't touch the database at all, and we can't do it at the moment. So I was wondering whether
I think you certainly can. In principle, you can stub out the database completely, although we might need to look at the specific code. I guess what I'm tempted to do is, and this is a very interesting question, is just because I know I've got 2 minutes left, I just wanted to spend 1 minute on Chris, checking with Chris, and then 1 minute checking on me, and then I can let you carry on chatting. Hopefully Thomas might come back. We will see. Chris, how are things with you?
Good. Just coming out of the holidays and I did do some work on the website with Thomas and Brian. but we had to break the holidays, so I was just hoping we could get started on that.
Right. Your audio is breaking up very strangely. It's making you sound a bit like a Dalek. I heard that you were getting some work over the holidays and coming back from the holidays. That's a good show. I guess I will just check in from my side to say that I'm back at Makers and things are very busy. I was ill last week. Didn't really do anything at AgileVentures over the last 2 weeks. I've got a backlog of LocalSupport pull requests to work through. The big thing is that the MOOC part 2 is supposed to be released tomorrow, and I'm not going to have time to do any preparation for it until tomorrow evening, right at the last minute. So it's all a bit. I'm all up against the wall at the moment. I'm also going to have to drop off now because we're at the end of the session. I think what I will just do is maybe, Thomas, if I can hand over to you, it sounded like Andre had a very interesting question that you might follow up on the active admin. Feel free to come back to Chris and check if he's got any technical blocking issues, but I think I am going to have to drop out now and catch you guys next time. I will be in Euro Asia Scrums and Atlantic Scrums going forward Monday to Friday, the usual pattern. I don't know if anybody's planning to do the AgileVentures weekly meeting this Wednesday. I think I probably won't be able to make it, but we'll see. Anyway, I must drop off. Thomas, I'll leave everyone in your capable hands. Bye for now.
All right, take it easy.
Okay.
So, yes, is there anything I can help you guys out with?
I'm not sure if you guys can hear me when I was talking. Sam,
we can hear you now perfectly.
Okay, cool. Thomas, I guess I just wanted to reconnect with you. Remember we were pairing with Brian and I think Michael on stuff having to do with the events show and index pages.
We pulled down some of your code, Christopher, a few days ago. Me and Brian worked a little bit on it. And so I think that Brian has pushed it up to his repository, so the latest code is there.
Okay.
I think, unless you have done anything, on your own.
No, I haven't. I had to break from the holidays.
Gotcha. I'd love to reconnect on that. However, will not be able to do that today. It's my girlfriend's, my wife's birthday today, so I need to be present.
Okay, that's fair.
So. But hopefully tomorrow we could do something on that if you're available. We will be having a dev meeting for Website 1 project tomorrow.
Okay.
If that's if you could come along on that, and either before or after that meeting we could do some pairing on that.
I can try. It gets a bit awkward Tuesday to Thursday because those are the days that I actually work.
Oh.
And our schedule, like our time zones, don't match up very well.
No, I know.
So,
let me try to reach out to you perhaps later tonight. I'm at work right now. I'll be going home. Perhaps tonight if I get some free time over, I can see if you're online.
Don't push yourself too hard. I mean, there are things that are more important than that.
Thank you. So I was meaning to ask you, Andre, what is the reasoning? Andre, I'm sorry, Andre.
Yeah, I'm here.
About the active admin, move away from active admin. How did you reason when you guys took that decision?
Yeah, I was not in the project when this reason actually
okay, I got you.
Sort of matured, but I realized working over those several weeks on the project that the general feeling was that active admin is limiting the developers in what they can do, and when they try to tweak something, it might get really difficult to do. For example, I on my part, I was creating filters in active admin for particular models. In the index view, right? I wanted to filter the models by a particular attribute. The thing is that you can filter very easily in ActiveAdmin if this attribute, if this property you're filtering for, if it is among the attributes of this model or if it is among the attributes of the daughter model. But you cannot filter by, let's say, scope, an arbitrary scope. And and sometimes you really want to do that. A good example being we had a model called sponsor. So sponsors sponsor the orphans, right? And we wanted to filter the sponsors in the index view by the number of sponsorships that they have. And basically, you can calculate the number of sponsorships easily by saying, well, a sponsor has sponsorships, so you can say sponsor.sponsorships.count. You get that number. The thing is that this count does not belong, it is not an attribute of a sponsor, it is not an attribute of the sponsorship, it is not an attribute of anything, it is a counted value. So in ActiveAdmin, it is extremely difficult to filter by the count, for example, right? So what we ended up with was to do an extra column in the sponsor model and populate this column with the counts, right?
Okay,
but,
I would add an instance variable on the model class, you know, on the user on the sponsor model. That is, yeah, I wouldn't, you know, you can have a, you know, you can have an instance method that calculates.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we tried to do at first. But the thing is that
I wouldn't add an. I mean, adding a new column is the, you know,